How's it going, YouTube? Specum Auto is back with another episode of M.A.V. today. I know it's been a very long time since y'all have seen me on YouTube, a little over 2 months now. I'd like to apologize for that. It's been it's been quite a stressful few months now. Just a lot of major life changes happening and things like that. Things from going to a new job. Like, I'm still in the same company, but, you know, I took a different position at a different facility, so that's what I'll be doing now. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about the current position yet. I feel like I may not be entirely staying in that position for a very long time. I mean, regardless, there's another building that's going to be opening closer to my house sometime later this year, so in 6 months I'll probably end up trying to transfer there anyway, so I guess it doesn't really make much of a difference, but it makes a difference. But enough of the life stuff. That's just kind of like why I've been gone. But anyway, so let's get to the episode here, updates with the Honda Civic. So let's turn you guys around and show you all what we're dealing with here. Alright guys, so I got my 2010 Honda Civic LX right here in the flesh. Obviously it's still good. Couple of little updates. Little disappointed. This is actually a little bit of a sad video, and this might actually be one of the last videos I'll be making with this car until I guess I officially get rid of it or something major happens to it, which hopefully it will not happen. But anyway, let's get in the car here. Well, we're not going to turn it on, but I can show you guys real quick. We got 272,000 miles, about 85 miles into that 272,000 mile mark there. Still runs and drives good. Not really any issues with the mechanicals of it, but I'm pretty convinced that this car has some electrical problems, and it's very unfortunate. So starting off, as a matter of fact, this was around Mother's Day. I took my mom to a Groovy Plants Ranch place here in Ohio. It's really cool. If you've never been to Groovy Plants Ranch, I highly recommend it. It's really cool. But during that time, I took my mom there. Obviously, I had all my windows and stuff down because my AC doesn't work. So, of course, you know, all my windows work. They all go up and down as they should. Well, we were gonna go leave, and then come to find out, this window does not work at all. And when you push up, you can faintly hear a little slight click back there, like it's trying to push itself up. But, oh man, that's now it's making a liar out of me. It was not working for like a month and a half, but now it's magically working. You guys saw it, like the button wasn't working, so maybe it's not the window motor. Maybe there's something with the control here. Well, I guess that just adds a little bit of fun to this episode, because I did not expect this window to work. I do want to be careful with it, though, because it was actually raining pretty hard today, and I don't want to risk getting that window to be stuck down and get all my interior soaked and cause more electrical problems. But that was this is like the minor thing that I was dealing with, just having 3 out of 4 windows work. But it looks like all 4 windows are apparently working again, so this fucking car is making a liar out of me. But let's go ahead and go out here, because I got a little bit of a story to tell you guys about a pretty major thing that happened recently. So I'm convinced that my new AC compressor hasn't completely failed. At least I don't think so. I mean, it's still possible, but I'm not an electric expert. So I was kind of curious because one day I had a little tiny, like, little hair of Freon left in this can of Freon here. I unhooked the line here and hooked the can of Freon in there, started my car, turned the AC and everything on full blast. And if you guys remember, this AC compressor hasn't even attempted to turn on since last fall. So it's been several months. And I was like, I knew like that AC only lasted for one summer, then it stopped working again. Well, come to find out, I had a little bit of Freon in there. This AC compressor kicked on, and both the radiator fans also kicked on at the same time. So it was kind of giving me hope because it ran for a minute and then it stopped and it didn't run again for a while after that. So I decided to go get a brand new can of Freon, and I did that, added it, and my AC system is not leaking coolant, Jesus Christ, sorry guys. My AC is not leaking any kind of Freon. There's still full pressure in the system. The compressor is obviously not completely broken or shattered or anything like that because it spun, it started, it ran, didn't make any unusual noises to my knowledge. So I was like, something is up here. So then I started kind of doing some research. I'll bring up some clips that I did that day when I was checking all of my systems and stuff, because I was checking all the fuses and all the relays and things, and I kind of explain a little bit in these little tiny video clips about what I've been noticing and what's good and, you know, what the problem might be, or what I'm trying to figure out what the problem was. Anyway, here we go. Alright, here's a quick little rundown of what's been happening with this car. So I'll go inside the car, turn the vehicle on, then I'll turn the AC on. It'll be on max AC and everything. It'll be blowing out the vents, right? Well, then when this AC compressor kicks on, these two cooling fans blow on. When these are all running up here, the interior fan completely cuts out. So then there's nothing running in there, and all this is running up here. And then when that compressor kicks off and then the fans kick off, sometimes the fan inside will come back on and sometimes it won't. And I'll have to like turn the fan inside completely off for like, I don't know, about 10 seconds, and I'll turn it back on and the inside fans will come on again. It'll just keep being a repeating cycle. I checked the fuses. I had an extra relay right here. I took this one out, put another one in, and it's still doing the same thing. So it's not this relay. It's not a Freon leak because there's Freon in the system. I would hope it's not a failing compressor because obviously the compressor is kicking on and off. So I'm not completely sure what the problem could be, honestly. Alright, so I've been looking at my fuses here. So number 9 would be my blower. If you check number 9, that fuse is good. These two right here, these two right here are for the blower motors, or the blower fans up front. These cooling fans, that's what these two relays are. Both of these relays are good. So it's not the compressor, it's not this. This is another relay that has something to do with the AC system. Like I said, I already switched it out. It changed literally nothing. So yeah, I guess I could try to look at a few fuses inside, but there ain't a whole lot. This one caught my attention though. This says HAC. I don't know what the fuck HAC is. I was assuming maybe it has something to do with the heating and AC system. So I was gonna pull that fuse out and just look at it and see if it happens to be blown. So that'd be fuse number 36. So right there, smack dab in the middle of the top. So I guess I could check that and see what it's like, I suppose. Alright, so this is interesting. I pulled out fuse 36 from inside the dash. The arc inside is perfectly fine, but the plugs appear to be pretty crisp. Probably not good. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and replace this fuse anyway. So goodbye to that, and I guess I can finally use one of these spares. But anyway, yeah, so I took this fuse box out the other day. I looked at it, I checked every last fuse in here, even the ones that weren't even relevant to the AC system. I just decided to go ahead and look at every single fuse under here. I even did the old switcheroo game and switched all the relays around and swapped. Did absolutely nothing for this. And it's not only that, but like I was saying in the video clip, possibly, I found that really crispy, that really crispy fuse under the dash. Can't explain that, but I put a new one in there, so obviously hasn't been an issue. Hopefully it won't be an issue in the future, but yeah, all the fuses there should be okay. All these fuses here are okay. And then, of course, the big electrical thing that I was talking about is I noticed when my car was running, I would turn the air on, compressor would kick on, both fans would kick on at low speed. But when this happened, the interior cabin fan that blows the air out of the vents completely just shut off, and that wasn't running while this was running. Then when these kicked off, sometimes the interior fan would come back on and start blowing again when this stuff wasn't going. Or sometimes this stuff would turn off and then that stuff would never turn back on for quite a while. It's just like vice versa, you know, like this would run, this would not run, or this would run and that would not run, or neither would run. So something really is off about the electrical system in this car, and it's not gonna lie, it's kind of got me a little concerned. So there's a good chance I might not even have heat for most of the time if I even have this car by next winter. Definitely don't have air conditioning. Can't figure it out because I'm not an electrician, so I'm not sure. If anybody has any idea of what it could be or what the problem might be, let me know. I'm really hoping that it's not a mice-related problem. As you guys can see, I have some mouse traps set around the garage because I used to have cardboard boxes all along this wall here. You get obviously to see that all the cardboard boxes are gone, except for these plastic totes. Basically, I was having a problem with mice getting into my boxes, fucking my shit up. And I also had a problem one time that a mouse got into my dash and started eating a corner off of my cabin air filter. So I had to get a new cabin air filter and put a brand new one in there and stuff. So I'm really hoping that that stupid ass mouse that fucked my filter up didn't fuck something electrical up. But knowing my luck, that's probably what it could be. So as of now, I guess this car's never going to have air conditioning again. Unless by some miracle it gets fixed, which I'm not planning on fixing it. There's really not much point. And that kind of leads me to my goals that I have for the next month or two if my life works out the way that I want to work out. So let's get into that real quick, actually. Alright, so basically what happened here is in the next month or two, you know, I would have done it sooner, probably now even, if it wasn't for the whole job transfer thing and starting a whole new job from scratch and the potential of going to a different department again and relearning a different department again. Don't even get me started on that. But if things work out the way that I want them to, I'm hoping sometime in the next month, in July or August, I'll be having a new car sitting in this garage. I'm not planning on trading this car in by any means. Like I've said previously, they didn't offer me anything for it. So why would I trade my car in for less than $1,000? It still runs and drives perfectly fine. I actually have a few people that's already messaged me expressing interest in buying the thing if I ever go to sell it. So there's that. But anyway, there's a certain car I'm looking at. You guys remember the previous vlogs? There was different models I was looking at. I was looking at like Kia Souls. I was looking at Honda Accords, Nissan Sentras, things like that. But my mind is very much settled on one specific car now, and that's going to be the Honda Civic hatchback. That is what I want. That is the most ideal car for my specific lifestyle and my specific taste. So I get that really cool, sporty, classy styling of a car and the practicality of an SUV, a crossover, whatever, without looking like a soccer mom. So it's just the most ideal thing for me because I like to do things outside. I like to, do different things where it requires sometimes having that extra cargo capacity to carry things like a bicycle. I got my bike over here, and for the life of me, I cannot fit it in my Civic somehow. Like, I was able to fit it in there when I bought it, but for some reason I can't seem to get it in there now. And the last time I attempted to do that in this past summer, I scratched up a bunch of paint, and it really pissed me off, and I just kind of gave up on that. So that's like another thing that makes me want a hatchback, is the ability to just like haul different things like my bicycle and my outdoor equipment and stuff, because I usually carry a bunch of outdoor stuff in my car. Like in my trunk I have some track and field equipment. I have usually I have this badminton set, this black bag here. I usually carry a badminton set in there, and I have a disc golf set also usually in my trunk. So right now the badminton stuff's not in there, but the track and field equipment and the disc golf things are all in my trunk right now. So it'd just be nice to be able to carry all of my outdoor stuff and like my tools and things like that without the compromise of that trunk of a traditional sedan. So that's the thing. I've owned a few hatchbacks in the past, so I mean, I know how really nice it is to have a hatchback, so I really want another one. I really, really, really want a brand new 2024, but if for any reason I can't get a new car, I was willing to settle with a Civic hatchback, 2020 or newer. The 2020 and the 2021 models are really, really cool. They're super sporty. There is like very radical design. I like that generation of the Civic. That'd be the 10th generation. 2022 to now, that's the 11th gen. It looks a lot more normal, I guess, like less radical, but still mean looking, still very slick looking, and the interior for sure in that one is super modern. So yeah, like my ultimate goal is to buy a new car, but if for any reason I can't get a new car, like if I don't get approved or something, or the payment is just too astronomical for me to afford, I was just gonna settle with something that's 2020 or newer. So there's a couple of them that I was eyeballing. So matter of fact, I'm a little disappointed because I almost bought a newer car in April or March. It was a 2019 Civic EX hatchback. Had like 70-some thousand miles on it, I think. So not super high yet. It's only 5 years old. It looks brand new. Like the exterior was like a 9 out of 10. Interior 10 out of 10. Brand spanking new, mint condition looking. I think it might have been a 1 or 2 owner. 2 owner possibly. But I really liked that car, and I literally applied for a loan. Like, I got approved for it. Like, I was literally able to go into the dealership, sign the paperwork, get that Civic to my name, and have it. But at the time, I decided against it because, for my better judgment, just the time wasn't right. and it's very disappointing because at the time I was still at my old facility at work. We were cutting hours. We'd be working any time between, 6 to 8 hours a day. And if I'm working all sixes or even less than that, because there was some departments there that were only working like 3 or 4 hours and then being sent home. Because that site is shutting down, unfortunately. I had a good 3 years there. But anyway, yeah, so I almost bought a 2019 not long ago, and I even got approved for it, but just due to the lack of hours, the lack of money, like it just made me feel like I didn't have the job security necessary to make that purchase at the time. So I guess way I see it, it's just not meant to be. Something else is meant to come my way at some point. Yeah. There's a couple of used Civics that are actually on my radar. They've been for sale for months. One of them is a red 2020 Sport, I believe. I believe it's a Sport. And then there's a 2022 Civic Sport as well in the Sonic Gray Pearl. Both of those are used, and both of those have rebuilt titles. But they've been rebuilt pretty good. Like, they look really nice. I test drove the 2022 about the same time I almost bought the 2019. That was actually the same day I test drove the cars. But anyway, yeah, I almost bought that one. And then I test drove the 2022. I really liked the 2022. The thing that sucked about the 2022 was the air conditioning in that one wasn't working. And I talked to the dealer about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll take care of it." So there's that. But yeah, that I don't fuck that red Civic, the 2020. That one had like 56,000 miles on it, right around 56K. And the 2022 has 12,000 miles on it. But both of those are actually under $20,000. The 2020 is right around 17,000, I think, and the 2022 is right around 19,000, which for an 11th gen Sport with 12,000 miles on it, that's a really good deal. So it's crazy. I looked at those cars months ago, and they're still for sale. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Probably not a good thing. Not sure. Or it could just be that the economy is so shit right now that no one's buying anything. But I don't know about that, because I've been trying to find Boost Blue 2024 Civic Sports, and it seems like they sell right as soon as they hit the lot. So I can't say for sure. It's just unfortunate. So right now, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really want to get a new car, but at the same time, if I can't get a new one for some reason, I'll stick with trying to find a more affordable option that's 2020 or newer. Yeah, I'll put some pictures and things like that I took, and pictures from the internet and stuff of these vehicles that I'm referring to, if I haven't already. But yeah, I've been trying to do that. Also been trying to clear out a lot of this crap in my garage, like these Honda Kick and Go scooters. I want those to go. I've been trying to sell those. This bicycle here, I'm trying to sell that. The miscellaneous Civic interior parts, like those seats and stuff, been trying to sell those. There's just a bunch of things in here I've been trying to let go to add to my savings. So yeah, see, my original plan was to really get the new car and keep this one, so like I can use this one for work commutes for most of the days of the week, at least, to help prevent most of the miles of being put on the new car, to keep the miles low on the new one, and really using this one for the winter driving, because Ohio is a part of the Rust Belt. So Rust Belt is not good. Rust the cars out. I wouldn't want a brand new car to ever see rust or even salt, really. So that's like a factor of me wanting to keep this, at least until this car just completely dies. But I don't know how much longer this one's gonna last. It makes me sad to think about it because I've had this thing for over 4 years. If you guys haven't noticed, I didn't make a 4-year review video this year. I usually make an annual review video, but this year I kind of forgot, honestly. Skipped out on it because just been, like I said, been busy with all the new life things and preparing for the new job, preparing, to put myself in a good financial situation, preparing to get a new car, do all these different things. And that's why I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't got to film the 4-year review. And honestly, I don't really see the point in the 4-year review because I make so many of these videos. You guys pretty much know the status of this car right now. And the whole history of this thing since I've had it. I've documented this car's entire life with me since I've owned it on YouTube. You can literally go back to 2020 when I bought this thing and watch all those videos starting from then to now. And you'll be like, wow, that car has really progressed. Or, wow, holy fuck, those miles went up. Because I put almost 100,000 miles on this thing in almost 4 years. That's fucking nuts. Yeah, this car is still on the original engine, original transmission. 190,000 miles when I bought it, April 25th, 2020. Now it's, damn, what day is it? June 25th, 2024. Little over 4 years later. And, 4 years and 1 month later, it now has 272,000 miles on it. So, I put like 80-some thousand miles on this thing already just in 4 years. That's pretty nuts. And if I got a brand new car, I wouldn't want to do that to a brand new car. Put so many miles on a nice brand new car that you're putting so much money into to buy and to pay for. So that's kind of why I wanted to keep this old one and have the new one at the same time, so I can keep that new one pristine for like a super long time, and just do all the winter driving on this, do all the, I'd say 90% of the work commuting in this. So I'd still be driving a new car some days of the week. I'd definitely be driving a new car during the weekends. Definitely won't be driving that one in the winter, but we'll see. If I go the route of buying used, I'll probably end up just selling this and just having the one car. I do want to eventually get a fun car too, so say I go the route of getting the new car and having this. Not sure what I'm going to do about that, honestly. But if I were to theoretically get a used one, 2020, 2023, whatever. Well, maybe not 2023, that's pretty fucking new. I'd say 2020 through 2022, like, that'd be used enough for me to, like, not care as much. To where, I wouldn't want to drive it in the winter and I would get rid of this. If that were to happen, if I got a used car, then yeah, I would want something fun eventually down the line. Like, sometimes I'll look at some older Mustangs and I'll look at some Corvettes and stuff, whatever comes to my mind. I really like the C4 Corvette, and I really like the 2010 through 2014 Mustangs. Those are super nice. I would want the, obviously the V8 one, because that's the fun big boy car, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it's just a lot going on, so how often am I going to post videos? I have no idea. I'll post them whenever. I'll try to get back into it more again, but like I said, it's just a lot going on right now, and really lack of time. I've just been everywhere, running around, doing different things. Trying to get my shit together, per usual. But, yeah, thanks for watching me ramble on and on for the last, half hour or so. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm going to assume half hour or so. That's usually how the M.A.V episodes are, but, yeah. That, my friends, is it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more future content. And I'll probably do a little fun project with this as well. But anyway, before I get off track, yeah, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay safe out there. See y'all later.